Peace FM 104.3. Who to me talking?
Sound like over the time, we failed the young people.
Oh yes. I believe that you're failing Korana Kakra, but it's knowledge, because obiaba no matter the form and nipa no the buyer no. I think that there are certain positive values that nipa no are impacted. I say it because but we always fail to do that. Maybe political parties. Say me who MPP ni awabetra waka NDC ni who asempa. In the same way that me who NDC ni bia wabetra aka. The positive thing that they are doing, I bet me are building the whole and the give the children some kind of mindset, because
so it's all about political point scoring.
Exactly.
And Mofano also see that.
They see that.
Now Omufi said that is the way to go.
That is the way to go. But there are positive things I of course will make this a bit me because one now me catch Samuel Uku say for the first time, who say the way they have managed National Employment Agency, AMF, because
that's the youth employment
exactly
agency, yeah.
The past experience and all that, and the kind of decentralization of my is so nice. Why can't we tell the young people these stories rather than say bia obi be kwa kwahye guamu na wakonya asemboni ba ko no de atudwa na eno na ba be national agenda na ye be discuss over weeks. And you know say children are listening, they are picking some of these things, and on the basis of that no movie say GDB anyo, but in them no once we define the national agenda to build that nationalism and patriotism in the minds of Ankorana, I think that it will be the first step.
So we've failed, but it's not too late to correct.
It's not too late. We have failed, but it's not too late.
Well, Dr. Sylvester Chejimfi says, tell Bright I got his back. What was the methodology like? Was it mixed methods? If it was, did they use a web survey, say online questionnaire? What was the qualitative method like? Was it the use of phones as well as follow-ups due to COVID? Or methods ben I'm using.
We use the stratified random sampling any day a year when you research Now because of COVID senior can you use tablets any the collected data, and because we also want to ensure quality work once you enter the information, it comes back directly to us. And that is the kind of system I use any of the collected data. And even in collecting the data, we took into consideration the rural and then the urban divide. And Ankrom school, New school, persons with disability, male and female, gender issues and all that were also part of the whole instrument that you use in order to get a true reflection of what out, so that back outer will not have some kind of difficulties with it. And basically, those are the things that technical people know usually in collecting the data.
In all of this, Obi Bisau say ne krakra ne saying ana summit apa dia na bit me aka.
Ne mekan yes nyankorano kano. I will not reinvent any wheel, but to let us know that children are optimistic about certain things. So for instance, children are recommending even in our uniforms, we should use the African print. That is one of the things that Omokai and our national anthem, we should give some backing. They say in schools, the way and manner they approach our national anthem, Sabio and Papa. And we should give that attention to that. Then also to look at the school environment, I think that the design of a school environment must have a patriotic symbols. They be a race kuma on himself esimesi why say where a president contribution or they buy agenda or they buy any, irrespective of whether the panel was able to achieve it or not, we should be able to tell, say, within this particular political party, the agenda or the buy or the Bible or man, say. So these things must speak to the minds of Ankara every day. And the children are also talking about issues, our educational system, we should focus more on the STEM program. na yetimi
science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Exactly. Now you how best are you be trained, because some of them want the skills but not necessarily to be employed by government. They want the skills to be able to do the work on their own. And if you are able to give them this kind of skills now, I strongly believe say bibia betimi ayeye. Na about agriculture and so near American fa say we should begin to orient the minds of young Korano so that we don't only limit agriculture to farming, but to expose our children to the supply chain and every opportunity that exists within that, so that they will find it attractive and then work with it. Now,
right, just a few questions from listeners to Pacho. You may want to note these down now. We are not the Aboyan, but this one is just a shout out to you. Or say hi to Bright, my course mate in Commonwealth Youth in Development Work. I'll see a friend David from Texas, USA. Into David Sochiao. Obi say, who is Bright referring to as Nkola? Are they SHS students, basic school students, or tertiary students? You should let us know to give us some clarity. Now, Alfie also says most of the time the answers the target groups give is based on the engineered question they ask. In other words, they put the question in such a way to drive or derive expected answers. So if there are follow-up questions, some of the answers could be different. In conclusion, they put the questions in a way to derive the kind of answers they want to hear. I don't know how you want to respond to that. Now, Gasti Man in Brekum says, ask Bright, what impact will their research make on policy making? And what steps are they taking to actually ascertain if the participants' response was realistic? I don't know. How do you answer to that?
Yeah, well, I think the first one, age in
12
to 17.
Meaning about Baba Kusimin say we should place more emphasis on STEAM instead of STEM.
Okay.
STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Okay.
STEAM, science, technology, engineering, agriculture, mathematics.
Okay.
I'll say let's focus a lot more on STEAM instead of STEM. Anyway, Patrick, meet you.
Okay. So for my interview, between 12 and 17.
12 and 17.
And basically they were in GHS.
STEAM now said then.
Science, technology, engineering, agriculture, mathematics.
STEAM.
A for agric.
Okay.
When STEM is science, technology, engineering, mathematics. Or see in front science, technology, engineering, agric, mathematics. Especially because of this issue you raised about almost say agric punishment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
for the 12 to 17 year interview, we could see the age range will determine the class or more.
Yeah.
And almost I'll be beside about the way we put the questions and all that. Because we want to gauge the understanding of Ankorano, we were very open on the thing that we want to do. And we didn't give them answers that they should give us.
But or a youth in hibernation.
We asked that it's an open question and most of the things that they those were the things that you recorded here. There are certain instances that we close the questions, but it's not to the extent they say it will affect the thinking, because the objective of doing this research was to gauge the understanding of children on some of these issues. And clearly, it is also on us to give them the right thing so that they can respond to it and all that. So we didn't shape them because we wanted a particular way of thinking and all that. Then to share most of the things that you could see clearly, there's been some kind of consistency in the answers at Ankorano at the MI, Into impact we want the best for our children, and whatever it is that we need to do as policymakers, and even as parents, we have to begin to shape the minds of Yankora by engaging them, because Nkorando don't also expresses they don't have so much engagement with society. We don't engage them. Bibiba intimate transfer will fear any commercial saying your best say dear Busiano effort, and this is what we want to do for you and all that. Na yes, koya course way, koya way. That is they take instruction rather than having engagement in terms of the way and Yama Bekono. Basically, this is what I would say in response to that question.
Peace FM 104.3. Who to meet